In the name of Allah, the Rahman and the Rahim, who taught man by means of the pen. Dear students and viewers, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome you all in today's lecture. Topic for today's lecture discussion is deviation. Dear students, it's the continuation of the previous lectures, that is foregrounding. We have defined that what is foregrounding and what are the devices of foregrounding. We have two devices for the bringing of foregrounding effects in literary texts. So the first one is deviation and the second is parallelism. Dear students, deviation is the breaking of rules which other obeys. Okay, which other obey. So deviation means to bring some changes in literary text, to bring the rules, already established rules by the grammarian or linguists. So to break these rules, to bring newness in a text, to make an interesting literary text. Deviation is a term used to describe spelling and pronunciation of a word or sentence structure which does not conform to a norm. Like we have norm, we have common usage of rules, and literary texts are in literature or language use, our mundane talk, our everyday conversation, like rules. So when we are bringing deviation and already established rules, so this is called deviation or newness or novelty. Deviation is a linguistic phenomenon, has an important effect on the readers. Why? Because it makes literary text interesting, deviant, attractive, captivating, eye-catching, okay, for the readers. So that's why deviation has many important and effective effects on the readers. It's a part of a poem. If a part of a poem is deviant, it becomes especially noticeable. Yes. So, for the noticeable effects or for the huge effects, we can use deviation. Deviation corresponds to the traditional idea of poetic license. Yes, poets, they can apply this device to literary text, to poetry, okay, because they are having a poetic license. They are free to break the rules, okay, to break the already established rules. They are free because they are poets. They are having license. They can say, I goes. They can say, they goes. They can say that he go. Why? Because they are free. They are having poetic license. So, poets can deviate. They can break the rules, okay, for the beautiful, for the beauty and for the attractiveness of a literary text. The writer of literature is allowed, yes, in contrast to everyday speaker, to deviate from rules, maxims, or conventions. Yes, so what will be the result? The result is some degree of surprise in the reader, and his or her attention is thereby drawn to the form of the text itself rather than to its context. There are some several kinds of deviation, like types of deviation. Firstly, grammatical deviation, lexical deviation, phonological deviation, semantic deviation, textual deviation, and graphological deviation. So these are the different types of deviations. We can bring deviation in grammar, deviation in lexical, in lexeme, in phoneme, okay, and then in sememe, in text, in syntax, graphological, in grapheme. We have different levels, dear students: lexeme, phoneme, sememe, and grapheme. Like grapheme means the structure, the system of writing of words, the system of writing of text. So, when we are bringing deviations, newness, novelty in these things, they become interesting and beautiful or artistic. Dear students, basically, deviation and parallelism are the two principles. We can say these are the main tools for bringing foregrounding in literary text. What is foregrounding? Foregrounding means effects of literary text is called foregrounding. Yes. So what will be the effects of literary text? What will be like for the readers in the text? This is called foregrounding. Is it possible to obtain empirical evidences of its effects on the readers? Yes, it's possible. Foregrounding is a part of weave, a picture, etc., that is nearest to you when you look at it, whereas foregrounding is the action of emphasizing something by means of linguistic devices. According to Oxford Advanced Learner Dictionary, foregrounding means use of devices of language in such a way that this use itself attracts attention of the readers. Yes, when we are using like linguistic devices, when we are using like we are having different speech, we have parts of speech, we have different like devices when we are using irony, simile, metaphor, personification, oxymoron, alliteration, okay, for bringing such effects in literary text. So dear students, if you are having any question, you can ask in comments.